I'm Minnie Rowe. Asian Americans are the fastest growing immigrant group in the country, making up over 5% of the national population. Yet when you look at the number of Asian Americans who are elected into office on the federal, state, and local levels, it's clear that they are still very much a minority. When we think of Asian American leaders, these are some of the giants that spring to mind. Over the years, there's been a slow but steady increase of Asian American elected officials. But could 2016 finally be the year that Asian Americans shatter that glass ceiling? If there's any doubt about the rising political clout of Asian American Pacific Islanders, or AAPIs, you needn't look any further than the Democratic and Republican National Conventions in July.
I am Congresswoman Judy Chu.
I'm Congressman Bobby Scott.
I'm Congresswoman Grace Meng.
And we are all proud to support Hillary Clinton for President of the United States.
My name is Lisa Shin. I am Korean American, and I am very proud to be a supporter of the next President of the United States, Donald J. Trump.
It's not surprising that the presidential candidates have been wooing the fast-growing power of the AAPI vote. The Asian American electorate is projected to double from 6 million to over 12 million in 2040. Despite this, there is a huge disparity between the percentage of AAPIs living in the U.S. and those who actually hold elected positions or enter politics as a potential career path.
As you can imagine, coming from immigrant communities, many folks are more concerned when they come to this country with establishing financial stability, for example. Being in public office, being involved in government is not a priority for them.
Jessica Lee is Director of Development and Special Partnerships at the New American Leaders Project, a nonpartisan organization that focuses on bringing immigrants into the political process. She says as New Americans, their term for immigrants, there are several perceived barriers that hold back someone who could potentially become a great leader.
If you've never seen anyone who looks like you sit in elective office, you may never imagine that's something that you could do.
The New American Leaders Project runs a program called Ready to Lead, which teaches immigrants the fundamentals of running for office. It emphasizes that rather than rely heavily on one's own ethnic group for support, candidates should focus on highlighting common experiences as an immigrant in this country to carry them across the finish line.
Our best spokespeople will be the people from our own community and the people who share our experiences. And then when you go talk to your elected official or you expect to hold your government accountable, you're not telling them what's the problem because they've experienced that and they know it. It was not many people there, but a great conversation. Okay.
A recent graduate of the program, 27-year-old Amy Chen, has plans to run for mayor in 2020, somewhere in Southern California, where she grew up, with eventual plans to run for Congress.
It taught us why it was so important for us to run as children of immigrants, as immigrant women, and why we were uniquely positioned to be public servants.
The big picture is we're trying to change the conversation. Who is American? Who gets to lead? Who does that role belong to?
And signs that this conversation is already rapidly shifting is apparent when you look at the numbers. In 2010, there were only 10 Asian Americans running for Congress. Fast forward to 2016, there are now 40, quadrupling in just several election cycles.
My name is Don Lee. I'm running for State Assembly. Great.
Don Lee is running for New York State Assembly in District 65 in Lower Manhattan. He boasts a rich political career, but until now, it was all behind the scenes, supporting 4 administrations over the course of 2 decades.
I have always interested in service to the community, and I was happy at that capacity, dealing with small businesses, transportation issues, housing.
Even with his inside knowledge of the political process, Lee says he was hesitant to throw his hat into the ring in the past, preferring instead to support others, like New York City Councilwoman Margaret Chin.
There are things that are much bigger than all of us, and to get representation, to me, is bigger than individuals fighting, if you will. So when she said that she is committed and focused to run, I believe at that time it's better for me to help support an Asian candidate.
So first time running for office, I'm just tired of all the nonsense that we hear in politics.
The timing was finally right for Lee in this election year. The motivating factors were an open state assembly seat, coupled with a desire to bring transparency and reform to Albany. Most of all, he wants to change the process, making government more accessible to everyone and building the necessary pipelines to support aspiring politicians in the future.
I'm hoping that this election will energize people, will be a new beginning to really show that there are qualified candidates, that you don't need to have all the political backing to do this if you believe in what you're doing.
And in time, a new generation of Asian American leaders will emerge, one that will follow in the footsteps of the legends who paved the way. I'm Minnie Rowe for Asian American Life.